What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome to TCF TV Extra. So this particular channel is the second channel from the other channel. I haven't done any content on this channel. Steve has been doing a lot of content on this channel. This channel is going to be linked to pitch points as soon as my brother gives me back the pitch points keys again.
How do I'll do that as soon as possible. What do I need to do, man?
Yeah, no, it was. I changed my laptop. So when I changed my laptop, it unlinked things. So I don't even that. That's why I remember the football and chills. I don't know what the password is because all the passwords were on that particular laptop. That laptop crashed, so I have a new laptop. So this channel, Carl, it's basically the same as Pitch Point. It will be working hand in hand. So Steve will be doing watch-alongs. And those watch-alongs will be there, and then we will be talking about the Premier League in general, and obviously talking about other teams in general, as we did on Pitch Points most of the times. Champions League focus. So basically, this is just a second one. So this one will be in general. There will be a lot of guests. I'll be inviting a lot of guests because I have been invited to a lot of big channels. So I'm pretty sure they owe me a favor after 5 years of inviting me to their channels. They always say, if you ever need me, call me. So I'm going to call a lot of people. You've seen a lot of personalities. So Steve is not here today, but I am here. We are going to, me and my friend Carl here, we usually like talking about football. And the thing why I like Carl is when I call Carl to speak about football, even though we're both City fans, we are very unbiased. We will talk football based on football. Carl will tell me at the beginning of the season if I get too overexcited. Like there's a time I got excited with Chelsea being top of the table, thinking Chelsea is going to win the league with Thomas Tuchel. He told me, no, that's not the enemy you should be looking at. You should be looking at Liverpool. So that's why I brought him here, because he would not always, when you have certain fans from a certain fan base, all they talk about is focusing on that. Carl knows how to talk football and he knows how to use glasses to see what he can see. So Carl, welcome. How you doing? It's been a long time.
I know it's been a long time, Patrick. I've missed this. I've been dealing with all kinds of issues, and I
understand.
Gives me perspective in life. Life is short, guys. Make love, don't make war.
Life is very short for most. We're gonna talk about a lot of things here. In this thing, it's not just gonna be a simple match reaction. I have a lot of things to tell Liverpool fans and why I think the team things are not working out at the moment. I have also we're going to talk about United, if this is the spark they needed, or this is just a Liverpool side that's in so many issues at this point in time that any team can beat them. Carl, I'm going to start with you. I have something. I don't know if you're going to agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Am I unfair to say that last season, well done to Slot, but maybe he sort of inherited a Klopp team. Klopp obviously lost energy. He said it himself, Klopp, when he left, saying, I've lost so much energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm leaving. But it doesn't mean that Klopp did not leave a foundation. Klopp left the foundation and the mentality of the structure. Because let's not pretend as if Slot came in and the style changed. No. Trent Alexander-Arnold was still pinging balls straight to Salah. That's how Liverpool play.
Mm-hmm.
When things got stuck last season, they were still crossing across. Remember, you used to say Liverpool like crossing
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
they get a lucky goal. They were
Mm-hmm.
still playing as Klopp's Liverpool. I didn't see anything about Slot. Am I wrong to say that? I didn't really see
No, I
anything
think.
Slot. He just I think he just came in and he managed the situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think Slot. I mean, clearly had some influence. He brought in more control to the gegenpressing, high tempo Liverpool team. But he didn't change too much. He was very cautious. He managed a team well, and
Mm.
he managed to win the league. And now he's trying to figure out how to go again, which with all these new players he has, which is difficult. Yeah, so he did well. He made slight changes, didn't make too many changes. I don't think he expected last year to win, and be clear. I think they were just the most consistent team out of everyone last year, and that's why they won it. And then other
Do
teams
you
were
do
poor.
you,
Other teams
do
were
you
poor.
think that's
Actually.
Do you think that's the reason why, though? That maybe just because other teams fell down, they were just the good out of the bad bunch.
Yeah, I think they were good, but other teams kind of dropped off too, right? City had a bad year, very bad year. Arsenal were Arsenal, and Chelsea fell off. United, Tottenham, so they all fell off. So when you have that kind of drop off by so many teams, if you're consistent for just 3 quarters of the season, you'll get it, which is what they did.
Okay, grand. So let me say this right now as we speak, and you can come in, Carl. I'm gonna just give you a few things. I'll start with Mo Salah.
Mm,
They gave him a 400K a week. That's what he wanted. He's 33 years old now, 32, 33 years old.
mm.
Um, What do you think is going on? Do you think Mo Salah was playing last season because he wanted the contract, or that was just Mo Salah having a great season, or do you think, oh, it's because Trent is missing? Because if you look at it in a tactical way, because I've watched the games and rewinded a few things from last season, Trent looks like was the main feeder for Salah. He's the one who was hooping those balls over the top, doing
Mhm.
those 1-2s with Salah, and now there's no Trent anymore and Salah just looks isolated. It looks like nobody's feeding him. Don't forget that somebody was like, uh, but now we have to be more dangerous. I ask you, do you really have to be more dangerous? Because first of all, Salah is not a feeder. Yes, he got assists. I get it, but Salah's main aim is I want to score, isn't it? The feeder was Trent. Trent was the one who was doing the pre-assist, if you can call, or creating chances, and then Salah maybe passes it over to somebody. But
Mm.
right now, Carl, you bought a striker in Isaac, who I believe at Newcastle he looked great because the whole Newcastle team was tailor-made for him. What I mean by that is, Carl, you know yourself, the same way people are saying, oh, Haaland is scoring all the goals. It's
I
because
mean,
the system has been given for him. So the system was for Isaac. Now, if you look at the wingers at Liverpool, Salah and Gakpo, they don't fit that striker, right? Both of these guys want to score. Have you noticed that? Salah and Gakpo want to score. They're not going to feed Isaac. Do you think that's why maybe some of this is not working? It was, as somebody said, they
I,
bought
yeah.
places where they were not supposed to buy. They just bought for the sake of it.
No, I have a different perspective, right? And I mean, I'm
Yeah.
going to be very controversial here, right?
Mm.
I don't think Isak is a top player. I think he's mediocre at best.
Mm.
And he was in a Newcastle team that were, frankly, above average. So you take a above average player, you play him in a top side, he's going to struggle. It's just the way it is. I don't think he's. People who used to compare that, oh, he's better than Erling Haaland. There's nowhere near. There's nowhere near. So for me, it's no surprising, right, that he's struggling because he's just not at that level. He's not at that level. He was at that level since. Would have some top club in Europe would have got him since. Liverpool paid too much for the guy, and here we are. And because of the lack of strikers in Europe generally, that's why the price is so high. I mean, everybody's trying to be Erling Haaland, and there's not many like Erling Haaland. He's a specimen on himself. So it doesn't surprise me. I think Ekitike is better than Isak. That's who they should have kept and bought and used him instead, because that guy's dangerous. Isak is average. He belonged in an above-average Newcastle team. That's where he should have been. But greed.
He failed. He failed at Dortmund, didn't he? When he was young, he failed at Dortmund, and that's when he ended up in Spain.
So yeah, you get Dortmund to Real Sociedad to Newcastle, and he should have stayed in Newcastle. He went to Liverpool. It's too big for him, in my opinion.
It's too big, isn't it? And another thing, I seriously think that's what I'm saying. I think he was shining. He reminds me of Jack Grealish. Remember, like a big fish in a small pond, and then he ends up in a shark tank where he's no longer the big fish. I think that's why I said I think at Newcastle, Eddie Howe was saying feed Isaac. That's why it looked great. That's why I personally think what he did to Newcastle was a bit disrespectful, and I think sometimes
it's utterly disrespectful. You can't do that in this game. You can't disrespect that. You can't do that in this game, Patrick. You find a way. Look at Mark Gehi at Aston Villa. He's going to go next year. We all know he's going to go next year. But look at the way he behaved. There's nobody in the fan base or in the media that will say when it's time next year, they're all going to say, you know what, son? You can go. You did a great job. Thank you very much. The way this guy behaved was, I'll tell you, it's horrible.
Yeah, it was something that I think it was out of character. And as I said, that's the club
that's in character.
Basically,
that's his character. That's his character. And when pressure is on, you get to know people's real character, right? You get to see people's real character. You get to see it, not when things are rosy, when things are not good. That's when you get to see how people really are.
So how is Slot going to manage this situation? Because it looks like Ekitike is the one that looks like a good striker, but Ekitike is not the expensive one. The shiny new toy Isaac has to be played.
That's the problem. This is where he has to figure it out. He has to be ruthless if he's going to be successful. There's still a long season to go. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's the end of Liverpool. I still believe Liverpool will be there or thereabouts. But he has to solve the problem.
So what about so let's we're gonna rest in Liverpool. I'll get back to a few other names that I want to, because it's not working in general, Carl. For me, another one is Wirtz. I don't think he was a suit for them. Am I wrong to say that?
Yeah, I think he's good. I think Wirtz will come good. Just give him time. He has what it takes.
Yeah, but don't you think that the issue is the Liverpool team? They never had somebody like Wirtz. Because if you go back to Leverkusen, everything went through Wirtz. He's the creator. I'm not saying he's KDB, but I'm just giving an example that he was like that KDB, the guy who creates from nothing. But if he goes to Liverpool, they're all looking at Salah. You get my point? They're all looking at Salah. Salah is going to score for us. Do you think maybe this Liverpool team Slot should tell them that let's start going through Wirtz, because that's our most creative guy? Because we don't have Trent anymore, and Wirtz is a very creative player. So now, if you brought a Wirtz in, who's a number 10, you have to start feeding him the ball so he can feed your attackers. Does that make sense? Instead of trying to always dink it over the top to Salah and Gakpo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just give him time. They're going to adapt the way they play. Wirtz is a very good player. We should have bought him. I think he's good enough for us. Just needs time. He has what it takes. I like that buy. I think he's a good asset to the club. Just give him some time to settle down.
Are you? But all this you're saying is, let me bring this before I go to speak about United and the game in general. Do you think Slot will manage it? Because I think he's struggling. I think he's been given too many toys. And I think the issue they had was defense, Carl. That was the biggest issue, was defense. Because apart from Konate and Van Dijk, they had nobody. So that's why they wanted Gay. So why did you go and start buying shiny new toys, Eketike and Isaac at the same time, going to buy certain toys instead of focusing on your defense and trying to fix your two center back? Because right now, either Van Dijk or Konate go down. Guess who have in the bench? Gomez, who's not happy, who wanted to leave but was kept. That Pancha kid, who was half decent, was sent away. Gay did not come in. They basically have to pay an academy player if there's nobody to back up right now. Kirkers, who obviously Liverpool fans were laughing at us saying we missed out on Kirkers, he's struggling. Unfairly, Van Dijk seems to be criticizing Kirkers at every minute. I saw clips where it looks like Van Dijk is giving this Kirkers guy a difficult time, which I think is unfair, Carl, because he's a young kid. He was doing very well for Bournemouth, but it looks like Van Dijk is very frustrated with Kirkers. Every time there's a mistake, even in this game where Van Dijk kicked the ball in Kirkers' face, he was still shouting at him. You get it? So I don't know. You saw that. Like I don't know what's wrong with Van Dijk and Kirkers. Cow. He's shouting at him at everything. Somebody has a whole compilation of him just shouting at Kirkers. He doesn't seem to have time for this kid.
Kirkers should shout back. And what you do now, you shout back at him and say, "Look, focus on your own work, man."
Yeah, you're not making a mistake. You know what you say? Say, Captain, respectfully, it's you making mistakes.
Yeah, he's just I mean, it's listen, it's tough for him. Listen, to go to a top winning. I mean, look at Savinho for us, right? Even now it's getting bad. Yesterday he played well for the most part, but in other aspects, it's been awful. Just I guess it takes time for them to adapt. Kirkers a good player. He will come good. He will come good. But Primo and Kirkers will come good. Van Dijk needs to focus on his own game and make sure that he can do what he's supposed to do. Stop pointing fingers at everybody else. That's what he needs to do.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. Anyway, guys, as I said, this is the new channel that Steve has been doing a lot of watch-alongs. I'm going to change the logo I've just used, but this channel is different. This channel is going to be more on a lot of football, and it's going to be linked to pitch points, and it's going to be Champions League and Premier League games. There'll be a lot of panels on this channel, and there'll be a lot of few famous faces I'll be bringing in. So this is TCF TV Extra. So go subscribe, guys. Everyone watching on Twitter, subscribe to the channel. Right now, the channel is already booming. It's already on about 19 subscribers. That's within a few days. So we're doing well. But anyway, what I was about to say. So how did you see the game in general? Well, let's not talk about Liverpool in general, but how did you see the game in general?
I watched the first half.
Yeah.
I watched the first half of our game, and I thought we were good. Second half, I didn't watch.
No, I'm talking about this game, the Man United one.
I think United just sat back. They just sat back and said, you know what, we're not going to go short. We're not going to build out. We're not going to fall into your trap of high press. We're just going to go long every time because we know in transition you struggle, which is what they did, and they got joy from it. So kudos to United for adapting to that.
So you think Almiron? Do you think Almiron outcoached Slot?
No, yeah, coach him. Just got his tactics right. That's it. I just outcoach you. Nobody outcoaches anybody. Players do. The players are the ones who set things up. So that's what it takes. Simple.
Do you think? Do you think this win means anything? To be honest, for United, or this was just a Liverpool side that's having struggles?
No, it's massive for United because when last did they win at Anfield? So it's a big win for them. It's good for them to win it, and that's going to help them a lot. So yeah, I think it's a big win. It's a massive win.
Okay. It's a massive win.
Yeah, it's a massive win. Absolutely, it's a massive win. It's a big win. So yeah, kudos to them.
Okay, but that's big up. So where do you see Liverpool? Or your honest opinion? Because a lot of people, as I said, are saying this looks bad. It's 4 defeats in a row. Today they're playing Frankfurt, and I'm pretty sure a lot of eyes are going to be on Liverpool. Where do you see Liverpool? Like genuinely, do you think? As I said, I repeat this again. Do you think there was too many ingredients bought for no reason, or do you think they're going to fix this?
There's 5 points between Liverpool and I believe Arsenal. It's too early, man. We got 30 games left to play. I mean, that's 90 points to play. Anything can happen. It's too early. It's very, very early, Patrick. very, very early. So I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. I'm not too bothered about. I mean, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. You know, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. Okay. Do you want me to say something? You know what's funny? I
Mm.
hope it doesn't happen because I want there to be a lot of competition and I would really like it to be competitive. But it's reminding me of us last season, Carl, when the wheels started falling off and we were in disbelief. Do you remember how we started undefeated? Remember?
Hmm.
Do you
Hmm.
remember last season we started undefeated? But I told you, remember when I was kept saying I don't think we look okay. So Liverpool, Carl, let me break it down for you. They played Burnley. Burnley got a red card, but Burnley almost beat them. Almost, it was a difficult game for Liverpool. They scored last minute or something with the red card. Were Burnley. They played Bournemouth again. It was a last minute goal. It was like a last minute sort of win. They have throughout the games they haven't looked comfortable. They have looked comfortable, but it hasn't been as if it's like last season where they looked like you're not gonna scratch us. It's been we got through the same way as City did when we dropped off last season. We were
Hmm.
saying, oh my god, we got through, but people are like, oh, but we are undefeated. Liverpool seem to have having a similar pattern, and if you've looked how things have gone down for them, it's so similar to how we went down. It looks like there's no fear factor a bit. I think the fear
Hmm.
factor is still there. After the last two games, I could see teams were still saying it's Liverpool. Now I'm starting to feel and smell the same thing like Liverpool City, where people didn't care. They're like, we can go at them. People are actually going at them, Carl. Like in these recent games, you can see teams are like, we'll go at you. You seem like it's as if, as the kids these days says, their aura. It looks like it's the same as what happened to City, where the fear factor is dissolving a bit. I think people are like, okay, there's a chink in the armor here.
No,
The
everybody's
issue
gotten
with the
better,
Premier,
Patrick.
like,
Everybody's gotten
yeah,
better, Patrick. Everybody's gotten better.
that's what I'm saying, and I have a feeling they might go through the same. I don't know, maybe I might be wrong. I just have a feeling they might go through what we went through last season because they also look like there's a bit of an emotional down in it. We know obviously they lost a teammate, which a lot of people are trying to ignore, but I feel like that's a big impact.
No, it's a big impact.
Rest in peace, Diogo
Mm.
Jota. But I'm just saying, it. I feel like it's us last season where the players started shouting at each other. Remember, KDB was shouting at other people. Remember the time when I said, "Why is KDB just shouting now?" It's no longer like it's just shouting. The captain is just shouting. It looks like the same way Walker was lost. Looks like some of the players just look lost. McAllister Cow just looks like he can't run anymore, as if he's tired. That's what I'm saying. They just look like it's a bit of a. I might be wrong, but it's looking like a copy of us because remember how ours started? No way we're gonna lose two in a row. No way we're gonna lose three in a row. No way we're gonna lose four in a row. Now they're on four, number five. If today they
Mhm.
draw, they might have a bit of hope like we did. We had a draw against somebody, but today they get beat. It might go towards where confidence is gone because Rico Lewis spoke about it today, yesterday after the game. He said, "We have our confidence back and we trust each other again." Last season, we didn't look like we trust each other. I just gave an example of Van Dijk. They all just seem to be shouting at each other at
Yeah, I
Liverpool.
mean,
They're
he
just
was. I
shouting at each
mean,
other.
yeah, I get that for Rico. But he was part of the problem last season, right? I mean, it's not his fault too. He's played out of position, but
Mm.
he's not a right back. He shouldn't be nowhere near right back. But he did well yesterday
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah, he
yeah.
did. Yeah, but I'm just saying that the Liverpool side, I have a feeling that maybe they might go through. Look, I hope they don't because I like competition and I always fear Liverpool. You've always told me to fear this team because this
Oh
team
yeah,
has the
well,
mentality.
Liverpool are a great team. Is I mean,
Mm.
fantastic team, right? And I'm always one who is wary of them. Arsenal look good, but I still think Liverpool have something to say about this title race.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, at least. Yeah.
What do you think of the title race yourself? Like, what do you think? Do you consider Chelsea in this?
I mean, I think they'll be there, but they're not going to win it. Um,
Hmm.
I think they'll be there, but they're not. They're not going to win it, in my opinion. Um, I think it's one of the three. It's City, Liverpool, or Arsenal. Um,
Hmm.
Arsenal have to find something to get over the line when there's pressure. That game against Man City, they won that game against City at the Emirates.
Mm.
Yeah, that then I would say they're in the driving seat. But against two big teams, City and Liverpool, they got out of 6 points, they have one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because at this point in time, I think majority are saying obviously Arsenal have got a very stable team, and fair enough they do, and they've bought very well to be honest. And the thing is that defense is very solid to be honest. Even the guys on the bench are very solid defenders. Uh, Obviously they bought themselves a striker, and they do look good. But the thing is, I think I was with Gao on Judge, not on Judge More. I was with Gao on Never a Foul. Pick up to Never a Foul and the Gao. He said they haven't conceded. They've conceded 0 goals in the last these games, and they've scored 26 was in the Champions League. So they have a very solid system. And to be honest with you, I think everybody here, you and me, will do a video on Man City. Remember, I sent you the thumbnail. We'll do a video on Man City on how Pep Guardiola has changed how we play, and we are actually dangerous, even though people don't think we're dangerous. But I'm loving this cow because even Chelsea, as much as we look at them, they have actually been collecting points while they have injuries, which is very impressive. They've been collecting points. I know people are saying, "Oh, yeah, this year," but most of the games are difficult in the Prem. Every game is difficult in the Premier League. Even Burnley is difficult to play against. Leeds United is difficult to play
Everybody's
against.
improved.
The only teams that haven't been that difficult is, but they've been playing good. Like Wolves has been playing good, but they just seem to be shipping in goals.
Yeah.
Even West Ham have been playing good, but they just seem like they haven't sorted the defense. Nottingham Forest have been dominating. Let me tell you something. If Nuno sorted out his defense against Nottingham Forest in a way, they were going to be winning games because they have been, according to the stats, they're one of the teams that are very attacking and have been in other opposition's box, but it's just like they can't finish. But it's going to be a very fine title race because I think don't forget what's his name at Spurs, Thomas Frank. His team has got injuries, so they're yet to come back, and maybe things that might gel. City have got their players back again. Chelsea are waiting for their players, Cole Palmer and all those guys to come back too. Delap to come back. It's going to be interesting. The only thing is, all I can say to Liverpool fans is just pray that Liverpool comes back before maybe some of these teams get their players back and leave a gap. Isn't it, Carl? That's what happens. The gap is the fear. Because if they continue dropping points, you're saying it's very tight right now. Look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth are playing very good and they're very dangerous too. And under this new manager, has he impressed you, Carl? This Bournemouth manager lost 4 defenders and seems like he's still going on to the same form from last year.
He's impressed me. I think he's been impressive. He's a good manager. So we just have to put our caps off for him. He's impressed me. I would say he's impressed me.
He's impressed me. I'm not looking forward to playing them, Carl. I hate them these days. They're very clinical. Semenyo is very clinical.
Yeah, that's all we have to do is play our game. That's what we have to do. That's all we have to do, Patrick, is just play our game and be confident in who we are. That's what we have to do ultimately, right? At the end of the day, that's what counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, Carl, big up to you. Do you have anything to say in general of?
I'm always here. I mean, we do quick, short videos. I'm always here. I'm getting back up to speed. I need to go back. So once my season is over, I'm doing this coaching thing. It's been very busy. We played 12 games in like 6 weeks, and
how is your team doing at the moment? How is your team doing?
I mean, we started off really well, but the kids got into their own heads. What I call the ghost of the past. Last year they were terrible. Last year they won 2, lost 9. This year we've won 6, lost 6. We didn't tie any game, but I felt we could have won 10, maybe lost 2. But every game was, we could have done it, but they got into their own heads. So I'm trying to get them ready for this weekend where they play. It's a playoff game, knockout game, to get them all set for that. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
It's very
big up.
Yeah, it's hard to find a goalkeeper. I'll tell you that, man. Goalkeeper.
Wait! I thought you said you found another one.
Brother, it's not easy to find a goalkeeper. It's it's.
We'll chat on it. We'll chat on it, and then we'll also have to do more general videos. We might do a small preview of the Prem weekend games in general, just to speak on them. But we'll also do that video for the Man City one. But
Yeah,
thank you
absolutely.
for coming on, Carl, man. I appreciate it. Love this, man.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Yeah, good, yeah. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. As I say, TCF Extra, TCF TV Extra, new channel. Subscribe. We'll be talking a lot of about a lot of Premier League teams. We'll be talking about Arsenal, Chelsea, all the top six, and everything in general. And as I said, I'll start trying to get a few of the big names in because, as I said, I have known a few for a while. I've been on the channels for a while. It's about time they come on this channel, to be honest. It is what it is. You call in a favor. But thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. And I love everybody who's watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Get the channel to 50 by Friday. You know what I mean? It is what it is.